everyone, and welcome to Willie Acres Arena, where tonight the sectional semifinals get underway in this do-or-die game between two top 10 teams in Class AA. It is the number 1 ranked Chapmanville Tigers at 20-2, taking on the number 10 ranked 18-5 Man Hillbillies. Hello, friends, and welcome into the broadcast booth. Chris Kidd with you, alongside me, Nathan Bush for tonight's game. Joe Mounts with us on video productions engineering. Aaron Stone, our cameraman, and back in the WVOW studios, we have Terry Bucklew tonight engineering for us. And Nathan, this is a county rivalry we haven't seen in several years. These two teams haven't played since the 2016-2017 season. It'll be fascinating to see these two teams get back at it again here tonight, especially with Man coming off that big win over Mingo Central.
Yeah, and what a game the Man-Mingo Central game was, Chris. Joe and I had to call that one, and what a special ball game that was. A huge win for the Hillbillies, who had lost twice to the Miners this season in the regular season, but they won when it counted in Chapmanville. 2-point win for the Hillbillies, and they got a date tonight with the Chapmanville Tigers, the two-time defending state champions in Class AA. And here's something that a lot of people may not realize. Chapmanville has lost one game to a West Virginia team this season, and that is here in Logan on this very court that they play tonight. And both teams making their way out, and it's getting to be loud in the field house tonight.
Yes, this is going to shape up as a great tilt to see who moves on to the sectional finals on Friday night to take on either Scott or Logan, as those two teams will face off tomorrow night in Chapmanville at 7:30 to see who gets into this contest, likely either at Mingo Central, maybe here, maybe at Chapmanville. It still is to be determined.
You never know. There's 4 teams left in this section. 2 of them are going to have a chance to go to Charleston, and it's really kind of unfair that we're only going to get 2 from this entire section, because honestly there are 6 teams in this section that could have all had a nice run in Charleston, I think, if they'd have got there.
Yeah, I mean, because you got Scott tied and ranked number 12, Logan ranked number 5, then you got Polka at number 6. I mean, there's just all sorts of big teams on both sides. Well, right now, it appears we're getting set for the playing of the national anthem. So we'll step aside for a 2-minute break and be back after this, as you are listening to and watching the sectional semifinals right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on video productions.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Hurt in a car wreck, this is one room most people want to avoid.
It's a courtroom.
Insurance companies know that we work to get the best settlement before court. But if they won't pay up, our work is here.
It's about your health, your money, and your pain and suffering.
What you get matters. And our fee?
No worries. We don't get paid unless you do.
Hurt in a car wreck?
Call Farmer Klein and Campbell.
Because around here, you matter.
Call 252-5990.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, and 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Patrick Ellis and his staff at Southern West Virginia Physical Therapy has been providing patients with quality physical therapy since 2003. At Southern West Virginia Physical Therapy, they are committed to providing their patients with exceptional care in a compassionate and friendly environment. You're not just a number. You're part of their family. Southern West Virginia Physical Therapy. Your health, your choice, our priority.
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you. We're actually now getting set for the playing of our national anthem, so we will step aside for another 60-second break and be back right after this as you are listening live on WVOW and Video Productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Bush with you. It's time now for our Logan Regional Medical Center keys to the game. And what do you see as the key tonight, Nathan, for Man to pull the upset and for Chapmanville to get back to the sectional championship?
Chapmanville's got to stick to what they know with Tiger basketball, Chris. They're going to have to play defense. They're going to have to force turnovers, pressure, and basically find their rhythm on offense. And I don't think they'll have much of an issue tonight, will the Tigers, doing just that. That's what they've done all season. Of course, they've only lost 2 games, so should be an impressive start to the section for Chapman. For Man to pull the upset, this would be the biggest upset in Man basketball history if they win this ball game, and they're definitely an underdog. But the Hillbillies can do it. They just have to be able to knock down shots and not turn the ball over and force Chapmanville into making a couple mistakes.
And those are your keys to the game. The key to your health care is with the Logan Regional Medical Center, offering care for every stage of life, from the Women's Center to pediatrics and primary care physicians. Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you. Chapmanville controls the tip. They'll be going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial as Brody Dalton stops and pops a 3. No good from the top of the key, and rebounded by the Hillbillies going right to left.
That was a good look for Brody Dalton. Surprised he didn't can that one.
This Man wearing their all-black uniforms with red trim. Chapmanville, they're all white. And a jumper from the right wing. Good for Caleb Blevins to get Man on the board first.
And if they're able to knock down jump shots consistently all night and not go cold, the Hillbillies have a chance. They can put up 80 points in a hurry.
Yeah, he had 23 points to Caleb Blevins against Mingo Central the other night, including 6 3-pointers. As Obina drives in left side, puts up a tough floater, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Tigers.
Well, Man, a little momentum right now. Hillbilly fans are up. As Obina unable to score, and so is Brody Dalton. Now the Hillbillies have got to take advantage of empty trips from the Tigers.
And both these teams like to score in bunches. Man averaging 67 points per game. Chapmanville 71. As driving right baseline, getting inside is Blevins, and he'll lay it up and in. 4-0 Hillbillies.
Well, he's picking up right where he left off against Mingo Central, Chris, as the Billies out to a quick 4-0 lead.
Now Scholl dribbles into the middle. Nice dish off for Brody Dalton, and he'll lay it in on the left block for Chapmanville's first 2.
Well, Scholl got past Adams, and that led to some help side defense and left Dalton wide open for a layup.
6:40 to go in the first quarter. 4-2. Man leads Chapmanville. Top of the key. Tackett looking for help, or Harless rather, gives it over. Floater from Blevins from 3, no good. Tough shot, rebounded by Dalton.
Not the shot that the Billies needed.
So now here's Scholl, top of the key, gets a screen as he works up against Peyton Adams. Scholl lobs it in for Obina.
Here's a matchup I want to see. Ball on Obina.
Ball was able to get him to get rid of the ball. Now back over to Brody Dalton in the left corner to Scholl. Scholl stops, goes for 3 from the left wing. Over the rim, no good. Dalton saves it. Into the hands of Obina. Goes up, slam dunk for Obina. And we're all even at 4 apiece.
And the 50-50 ball goes to the Tigers. And that right there, I thought Ball did the right thing, but Dalton just made an athletic save.
Now here comes Adams across the timeline. Over to Blevins on the right wing. Dumps it off free throw line. Nice fake by Ball. Can't get over Obina. Puts up a tough hook shot. No good. Rebounded by Mullins.
Ball's not used to seeing somebody with Obina's size underneath guarding him.
Now here's Dalton into the paint. Back out to Obina. Obina steps back into three-point territory over to Dalton on the right wing.
They're giving Dalton all kinds of room.
Now here's Scholl. Gives it Obina on the right block. Double teamed. Wide open is Dalton. Pump fakes. Blocked from behind. Pick back up. Put up. In and out for Mullins. Long tip out. Blevins takes it. 2-on-1 with Obina back. Over. 3 on the way for Blevins. No good. Rebound tipped out by Scholl and out of bounds off Chapmanville.
What a fun first few minutes this has been, as now Chase Berry will check in. And I can't see who that is.
That'll be Brody Dalton going to the bench, and Colton Craddock checking in.
Okay, I couldn't see the numbers from up here.
So it'll be Smith and Dalton to the bench. 4 all. Way outside. Adams almost gets it to fall in and out from 40 feet. Now up ahead, pass to nobody and out of bounds into the man cheering section.
And that is a mistake, Chris. You don't see Chapmanville make very often. Man cannot have too many empty trips in this game. They have got to jump on these turnovers because Chapmanville will not make them very often.
We talked about offense, defense. The Hillbillies allowing 56 points per game. Chapmanville allowing 50 points per game. Coming in tonight, Blevins, another deep three. This one off the front iron, no good. Long rebound chased down by Berry. So now here comes Mullins across timeline over to Obina. Right side jab, steps inside, counted in the foul for Obina and Achille killing.
If you're going to foul Obina, you better make it count, and you better make sure he can't get to the rim. If you're going to do a little hand check foul like that, you got to foul him hard, and you got to make sure that he can't get to the rim and finish for a three-point play.
And he's been red hot as of late, this 6'9 senior has been. He had 25 against Herbert Hoover, 27 against Scott, 24 against Wayne, and then at 18 in 2.5 quarters against Sissonville. As he misses the free throw, but Chapmanville gets the rebound. Obina goes back up, fouled on the way to the basket, and man was running an elbow thrown by Obina, and T.J. Blevins on the floor right now contesting that call.
It was I think there was an elbow thrown on Tackett, but I don't think Obina intentionally threw an elbow. I think it's just because Obina is so much taller than all these guys that it's hard to really call that elbow, but Obina's going to the line for 2.
So I missed on the end one a moment ago and misses the front end here. And Obina's been the best free throw shooter on the team at large portions of the year, but so far 0 for 2.
Yeah, that's surprising from him.
And this one rims in and out as well, rebounded by Ball underneath.
3 points the Tigers left at the line there. That is uncharacteristic of them. I think sometimes playing in this building affects people playing on the neutral sites.
Now here's Ball, drives in on Obina, rejected by Obina. Pass out front, knocked away by Scholl, but out of bounds over to the left side. And they say Chapmanville ball, but I think they may change this. It looked like it was definitely off of Chapmanville.
Yeah, that had to be off Chapmanville. There's no way that was off man.
And now they do change it back, and that was the right call.
Yeah. The official may have actually gotten confused which way the teams were going. I mean, that could happen easily. You're running up and down the court, but they did get the correct call.
So 6-4, Chapmanville leads it. 4:25 to go here in the first quarter.
Now here comes the press.
Adams gives it over. Now looking for help. Able to find left side Ball. He'll take the jumper. No good off the front iron. Rebounded by Mullins. He falls down but gets back up and controls the dribble. Here he comes across midcourt into the paint. Kicks it over to Craddock. Now back to Mullins on the left wing to Berry. Free throw line jumper. No good. Obina gets the rebound. Kicks it back out. Wide open is Mullins. Count it for Phillip Mullins. He buries the first 3 of the game for either team.
Second chance points have been huge for Chapmanville so far, Chris. And man's got to try to find a way to limit those offensive rebounds.
It's a 9-0 run for Chapmanville right now as they get it over. Blevins, 3 on the way. No good off the back rim. Rebounded by Ball, and he's fouled from behind, and he'll go to the line.
The atmosphere in here is electric right now, Chris. Both fan bases showed up in bunches tonight.
So now man trying to cut off this 9-0 run for the Chapmanville Tigers as Ball averaging 19.4 points per game on the season for the Hillbillies and 9.8 rebounds, unable to hit on the first.
And a lot of the Tigers have struggled this year, a lot of the Hillbillies struggle from the line, Chris. That's been a consistent thing for a lot of those players.
And he missed on both. He was 7 of 8 from the line the other night in the win over Mingo Central and had 22 points. So now still a 9-4 lead for Chapmanville. So we're down to 3:28 to go in the first quarter.
He's got a tough assignment, too, guarding Obina tonight.
Here's Mullins on the left wing. Gets by his man, bounce past to Craddock, back out to Berry, over to Mullins. Now they go inside for Obina. Turnaround jumper in front of Ball, off the front iron, no good. And a whistle and a foul underneath. going to go against Chapmanville.
Yeah, I think Craddock pushed in the back there, and that's going to be a foul. I think it was on him. But if you notice, they kind of isolated there and let Obina isolate on ball, and I think Obina's stronger than Ball. I'm surprised he didn't try to go in a little bit, use his size to his advantage, but instead tried to turn around jump shot.
And they actually give that foul to Chase Berry, so it'll be his first. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Adams drives in, fade away.
Tough shot.
Yeah, no good. Rebounded, though, by Mann underneath. Looking for help, and Blevins is going to have to call timeout.
Smart play by, I think Tackett actually called it. That's a smart call from him. It's a 30-second timeout.
All right, so we'll keep things here with Chapmanville leading it 9-4 over the Man Hillbillies. And just a reminder that Nationwide Insurance agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Man Hillbilly and Chapmanville Tiger Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
Now, an outcome, the Hillbillies have yet to make, okay, they did just make a substitution. I think they put in Cozart. Or is that Harless? The numbers are hard to see from up here in the press box in the field house.
Yeah, I was going to say, in the jerseys that Man have on, it's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, that is Harless they've put into the game.
So now Man with the ball, trailing it by 5. As they get it to Blevins, now at the ball. Ball jump fakes on Obina, gets it up over him, and able to get it to fall.
Hey, this sophomore is sensational, Chris. He can do so much, and that was a nice move on Obina there.
9-6 in favor of Chapmanville, 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Obina, right wing, foul out front on Ball on the reach-in.
Ball might have got his hand caught in the cookie jar there, Chris.
And that's a big call, too. That's number 2 on Austin Ball now.
Yeah, I don't think you can set him down. If he gets 3, then maybe. But I think with 2, you got to leave him in. But it looks like Coach Blevins is going to bring in Cozart now.
So these will be big minutes right here because Ball really about the only one that can match up with Obina down low for the Hillbillies.
And he's still 4 inches shorter than Obina.
Yeah. So it'll be fascinating to see what Chapmanville elects to do now. So they get it to Dalton. He'll go for 3. In and out, no good from the left wing, and rebound underneath by Tackett.
And it seems like Man is willing to let Brody Dalton shoot.
Now they get it into the middle. Driving in his Tackett. Almost traveled, but gets up the shot. No good. Rebounded by Dalton.
Those are tough shots the Billies are putting up, but Chapmanville's defense is not allowing an easy one.
Scholl drives in left side, puts up the fadeaway, back rim, and falls through for Andrew Scholl.
Nice shot from Scholl. They are blanketing Adams right now, and they're trying to get their press active here on the Billies, are the Tigers.
Well,
nice move.
Behind his back, but Obina beats it off the backboard. No good. Here comes Chapmanville running the other way. Underneath to Smith. He'll bring it back out front. As Blevins now gets back on defense. Back over to Smith. Pump fakes. Drives to the free throw line. Back out to Mullins. He'll 2-step back. Goes for 3. No good. Rebounded by Dalton, but lost it off his hands and out of bounds.
Well, the Hillbillies, I'll say this, Chris. The Hillbillies got lucky there because they almost left Phillip Mullins as open as you can leave Phillip Mullins. And that's the one guy from three-point land for the Tigers you don't want to leave open.
11-6, Chapmanville leads it. 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Across the timeline come the Hillbillies. It's Harless. Looks for help. Gives it off for Blevins. Trying to dribble into the paint now. Pump fakes deep 2-pointer. No good off the back rim. Another tough shot for Man.
Yeah, Man's having to take these contested shots. They need to work the ball around and find an open look.
Scholl gets into the paint, puts up a tough shot of his own, no good. Rebound comes down underneath, and here come the Hillbillies back.
And good move by Tackett there, not putting the arms up, tried to draw a charge, gets a no call instead, and Man gets back to possession.
Down to the final 60 seconds of the opening quarter in this do-or-die sectional semifinal game, the first of 2. Tomorrow night will be Logan and Scott. 3-pointer by Adams, left wing, no good. Saved underneath by Blevins, but into the hands of Chapmanville as Mullins brings it across the timeline. He'll give it over to Dalton. Now Smith in the left corner, back up top for Mullins. Drives in, kicks it over to Dalton. Now to Smith, takes the 3 from the left wing. No good, air ball. Rebounded though by Dalton. Back out to Obina. He'll drive in, dumps it off for Smith. Smith back out to Dalton, back to Obina at the right elbow. He'll drive in, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by the Hillbillies.
Hillbillies are dodging some bullets right now. Obina had a wide open look. And if you're Man, you got to hold for one here and try to get a bucket to end this first quarter on a positive note.
We're down to 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's a 5-point Chapmanville lead as Adams gives it over. Down to 5 seconds. Harless spins in, puts up a floater, can't get it to bank in. Rebound though, put back up, no good by Tackett as the first quarter comes to an end. And Chapmanville leads the Man Hillbillies 11-6. We'll be back in 60 seconds as you're listening to and watching the sectional semifinals with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
You need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
Start of quarter number 2 here from Willie Acres Arena. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you as it is an 11-6 lead for the Chapmanville Tigers. Winner stays in to go to the sectional finals on Friday. Loser season is over as this is the most wins for the Man Hillbillies or regular season wins in school history, trying to keep their dream season alive as Adams dribbles right side, loses it off his foot, and out of bounds over to the Tigers.
Yeah, and a lot of new Tigers have checked in, as well as Hillbillies now, as Christian Toller, who was a huge spark for Man in that Mingo Central game, is in, and Hunter Anderson is in the ball game for the Hillbillies.
Scholl will bring it across the timeline over to Mullins on the right wing.
I'm sorry, Hunter Jeffrey, forgive me.
There we go. Now Urbina drives into the middle, dumps it off for Jeffrey. Jeffrey doesn't have an opening, gives it back over to Mullins. Again, Chapmanville going left to right across your computer screen and radio dial with Man going right to left. Scholl up top, gets a screen from Urbina, dribbles over left elbow, jumper up and good for Andrew Scholl.
Big shot there from Scholl. The Hillbillies have got to score, Chris. They're doing a pretty good job defensively, I thought, making Chapmanville work for it, but the Hillbillies have got to score.
Christian Toller into the game, as you mentioned, hit 4 threes the other night in that big comeback over Mingo Central. Now inside, tough shot on the way, no good off the back iron by Harless, taken away by Chapmanville.
Yeah, it was a tough look. Again, this Chapmanville defense forces you into tough shots.
Now Preston Smith, he's left all alone. He'll go for 3, no good off the left iron, and rebound comes down to Toller, and it's going to be a reach-in foul here on Philip Mullins.
And I apologize to calling Hunter Jeffrey Hunter Anderson. Hunter Anderson actually plays for Man. That's where I got confused. There's 2 Hunters, and they're both big guys, and they both have similar numbers.
Very true. I'm like you. It's sometimes a little bit difficult to gauge. So now here comes Man with the ball, 13-6. Chapmanville leads it. 3 team fouls against both squads. Over to Toller. Can he pick up where he left off the other night? No good off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Urbina.
That was a good look for Toller. He had his feet set and he was ready to fire. That was a good look for him.
Now Mullins, he'll drive in, gets it knocked away, but into the hands of Hunter Jeffrey, and Jeffrey will lay it in on the left side.
I think Mullins wanted a foul, but Jeffrey was there to clean up. And they did a nice job, and Austin Ball sit to check. I think that's Austin Ball sitting to check in.
Oh, no, actually it's not. I'm like you. I mistakenly thought it was too.
I can't see the numbers, so I apologize.
Yeah, right now, Chapmanville, after falling behind 4-0, has been on a 15-2 run. Kimball Evans ended here for 3. No good off the side of the rim.
And the Billies have gone absolutely cold from the field, Chris.
Now Mullins on the right wing, dumps it off underneath the Scholl. Scholl goes up and under. Reverse layup is good for Andrew Scholl.
And it seems like the Tigers are starting to click where the Billies have went a little cold, and they're going to have to find a bucket here in a hurry.
It's a 17-2 run now as Tackett gives it over to Toller. Toller back up top. They'll swing it over to Adams. And again, Chapmanville just continues to extend their defense on Man here, almost daring them to take these deep three-pointers. Top of the key is Harless, drives in, gets a good step. Can he finish? Oh, they wipe out the bucket. The foul is on the floor. And it'll go against Chapmanville.
It'll be their 4th team foul of the half, and this will be Cozart coming in. I believe that's Cozart. If I can't see the number from here. Yes, that is Cozart checking in.
We're gonna have to get binoculars up here.
I'm gonna have to get somebody with a pen to color in those numbers.
If 5:20 to go before halftime. Chapmanville leading at 17-6 as Adams kicks it over left side. Toller gets another good look for three. This one off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes down, back out 4-man as Toller drives in this time. Kicks it out, Blevins. He'll go for three. Off the front rim, no good, and rebounded by Jeffrey.
Toller had a lane to the basket, decided to kick it out because he saw Obina standing there.
Scholl pulls up for three, and Andrew Scholl is hot here tonight. He's got 9 points, and it's now a 20-6 lead for Chapmanville. Another 30-second timeout here for the Man Hillbillies with 4:56 to go here in the first half. Now, Nathan, the other night, you and Joe were there at Chapmanville. This is where Man was down the other night against Mingo Central.
They were actually down more, believe it or not.
Yeah.
They were down 15-0 to start the ball game as the Hillbillies could not find a bucket to save their lives in the first quarter. But they heated up, Chris, and they started making shots from way outside, and they really heated up. Blevins, Toller really led the way in that one, and they stormed back. The problem here is they're dealing with a defense. This is what Chapmanville does day in and day out on defense. They force you. Like, Chapmanville's not particularly playing well on the offensive end. They've missed quite a few shots. They've had a few empty trips here in this game. But they're up 20-6 because of how good their defense is.
And again, the other night, Man hit 12 three-pointers against Mingo Central. Tonight, they've not hit any thus far. He's driving in as Kozart gets in. Reverse layup on Obina. No good again. Obina altered the shot. Kozart thought he had a lane, but it just disappeared.
That size and that presence of Obina just changes everything you have to do.
Now Scholl, he'll step into a shot and hits another one just inside the arc. He's got 11 points now.
Well, if you remember, Andrew Scholl, the last time he played here, did not play particularly well in the field house at Willie Akers Arena. He is trying to right that right now, and he's playing fantastic to start this game.
And he's been red hot as of late. Again, 30 points against Wayne, including 10 three-pointers in that game. So he's really gotten going at the right time for Chapmanville. Is driving in, another tough shot. This one off the mark, no good by Harless as it was contested.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. And, man, again, they cannot seem to find an easy shot. And Scholl again.
Hall drives in, can't finish with the left hand, but fouled at the rim, and that'll send Scholl to the free throw line with 3:58 left in the first half.
And, again, we saw this with Man the other night. They switched it on. If they can get this lead, Chris, down to 10 before the half, I mean, the Billies, I'm not saying the Billies are out of this yet at all. They've still got plenty of fight in them, and they don't quit.
Scholl's first free throw cleanly through. And Andrew Scholl committed to go to Wingate in North Carolina next year. And I think there's so much great college basketball talent on this Chapmanville ball club.
Austin Ball has checked back in.
Austin Ball could very well be one of those as well.
Just a sophomore. This whole team for Man is so young. Not one senior on the team.
Scholl hits both free throws, 24-6 now, Chapmanville. As it is a 24-2 run for the Tigers. Toller over the ball, drives left baseline, cut off, back out to Toller. Obina runs out at him, and Toller misses over everything on the three. Blevins takes a deep two-pointer with a foot on the line, no good, and rebounded by Scholl.
Yeah, Scholl's out of bounds.
So they'll give it back to the Hillbillies here.
There's a lid on the bucket for the Hillbillies, though, Chris. They have yet to score a point here in this second quarter. They have been shooting and had some good looks, just not making shots.
And again, Chapmanville's just so smothering with their defense. Even though you do get a good look, you feel like you've got to rush it still. And Blevins, nice move, gets inside but misses the one-handed floater, taken away by Mullins.
There's another good look for Chapman, for Man.
Now Scholl, transition three, and he can't miss tonight. Andrew Scholl from the left wing for three.
Well, he's feeling it. And when he's feeling it, it's going to be a long night for whoever's playing. Ball for three.
And this in the drought, no good. Rebounded by Scholl. Scholl looks up ahead. Obina gets behind the defense. Can't handle it as it goes off his hand and out of bounds. Just about a millimeter too long for the big guy. And right now, Man has not scored yet here in the second quarter.
And this is a 27-2 run right now.
Toller pulls up. He's off the back iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Berry. Up ahead, Smith has to adjust his body for it. Grabs it, throws it up, and lays it in. Isaiah Smith with his first two.
And again, the Chapmanville Tigers, that defense leads to easy buckets, and now they're getting that diamond pressure turned up, and there's an interception by Obina.
What a great play by him there. Up ahead, Scholl wide open for three. Oh, that one was on line, but missed off the back iron. Now a chance for Mann. Ball looks up ahead, a run out, and Toller finally ends the drought for the Hillbillies as he lays it in.
Well, they needed that, Chris, and they needed that in a hurry.
Now Chapmanville back quickly, and there's Scholl attacking the rim, and he goes up the left hand and lays it up.
Yeah, and Scholl with an easy bucket there.
Now 31-8, Chapmanville. Pull up three, no good by Blevins from the right wing. Rebounded by Obina with 2:10 to go in the half. What a bounce pass to Smith, and he lays it in. That got through three people somehow.
That was a bounce pass from half court. Unreal.
33-8, Chapmanville as Blevins drives in. His pass intercepted by Scholl. Lobs it up ahead to Mullins. Drives in, able to throw it in as Adams contested. It's all coming up Tigers right now as it's a 35-4 run.
And really, there's not a lot you can do. This Tiger team is just that good.
1:35 to go in the half. Blevins for three, and there's the first three-pointer of the half.
And that was big. They needed that. The Hillbillies needed that. That stops the bleeding for a moment.
Blevins has 7 points now here in the first half, 35-11. 1:20 to go before halftime. As Mullins drives baseline on Adams, gets a bump, goes up with a reverse, can't get it to fall.
No whistle. I'm surprised.
Now up ahead, they get it to Blevins. He'll go for another three from the wing. This one short. Rebounded by Ball. Ball kicks it back out front for Blevins. Tips it, drives in now on Obina. Puts up a left-handed shot, no good. There's Ball on the putback though, and he'll lay it in.
Now the Hillbillies have put together a couple buckets. Try to get it down to under 20 before the half.
35-13, Chapmanville. 48 seconds to go in the first half. Scholl dribbles in, gets all the way to the bucket again. This time can't get it to go. And rebounded though by Chapmanville as Scholl gets up Gimpy, but now gets back on his feet. Barry gives it to Scholl, back over to Mullins. He'll go for three, in and out, no good. Obina though chases down the rebound. Under 30 seconds left in the half, and Obina will be fouled, and he'll go to the line.
And it just seems like the Hillbillies can't secure that defensive rebound that they need so desperately. And now with 27 seconds left in the half, we're going to see a whole crew of guys check in for the Tigers and two for the Billies.
Obina can't
miss
get the first to go. He was 0 for 4 from the line tonight. As you get Craddock, Smith, Isaiah Smith and Preston Smith both, along with Chase Berry, into the game. Brody Dalton set to check in for Obina if he makes the second.
Tackett comes in. I believe that is Hunter Anderson who's checked in for the Hillbillies.
As Obina hits the second, he's got 5 points now in the half, and he'll exit the game. So 36-13, Chapmanville. 27.6 seconds to go in the half. Toller being hounded in the backcourt, gets head the ball over on the right corner for Anderson. Now back to Ball, puts up a tough shot, no good. Almost banked in. Now the ball knocked loose. Barry tips it around a few times, but can't save it, and it'll go out of bounds off Chapmanville.
A man needs to take advantage of Ball being in there, being guarded by Barry and not Obina. Granted, it's only 13 seconds, but that was the right call for Anderson to pass it to him.
Get it into Toller. Toller on the left wing with 10 seconds, guarded by Preston Smith. Now to Austin Ball. Ball kicks it over. Anderson will go for three. Banks it in with 2 seconds left in the half, and that will do it for the first half of action as the Chapmanville Tigers use a 35-4 run to open up a 36-16 lead here at the end of the first half. Well, Nathan and I are going to step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll talk about all the first half action here from Willie Acres Arena as you are listening to and watching the sectional semifinals with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
You need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
I'm Bill Wooten. I'm running for our Supreme Court. I said our court, not those with money and power, our court.
Labor and business, Democrats and Republicans, they're all
If I didn't think I was the most qualified to serve, I wouldn't run.
This one's easy.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I promise to serve you with honor.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Welcome back, everybody. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you, with Terry Bucklew back in the WVOW studios engineering tonight. Joe Mounts engineering with us here from Video Productions, and Aaron Stone, our cameraman here this evening. And Nathan, first quarter started as well as the Hillbillies could have hoped, jumping out 4-0, and then after that, it just turned into all Chapmanville in the first half, outscoring them 35-4 in one stretch before the Hillbillies finally broke their curse and put together a few points there near the end of the half. But Chapmanville just so strong on the defensive end, they're really creating a lot of tough possessions for the Hillbillies. Yeah,
and it's not that the Hillbillies are not playing well. They're just being forced into taking shots that really are really hard to attempt. You can't really not shoot them with confidence. There's not a good percentage that they're going to go in, not high percentage shots. The Billies are doing everything right. The only problem is Chapmanville's defense is just smothering. That's such a tough defensive team. And then because their defense is so good, they can force you into turning the ball over, and then those turnovers and missed buckets lead to Chapmanville easy bucket opportunities. And that's where they get you. That's how Chapmanville wins ball games.
And you look at the first half scoring for the Man Hillbillies that are led by Caleb Blevins with 7 points, Austin Ball with 4 points, Hunter Anderson with 3, and Christian Toller with 2. On the other end for Chapmanville, Andrew Scholl leading all scorers with 18 points. Then you have Obina with 5, Philip Mullins with 5, Isaiah Smith with 4, and Hunter Jeffrey with 2. But talk about Andrew Scholl's first half. I mean, he has just been incredible here thus far, getting it done from the perimeter, driving into the paint, getting easy buckets, but hitting all these transition shots. And you mentioned how tough a game he had against Logan here and that loss to the Wildcats earlier this year. Probably was looking to redeem himself, and thus far tonight, he's really come up aces for Chapmanville.
Yeah, he's played great here in this first half. He's knocking down really difficult jump shots, really getting a lot of looks and making the most of them when he's pulling up, knocking down just perimeter jumpers, elbow jumpers, getting to the lane, easy buckets, using the glass, nothing but net. He's doing it all right now for the Tigers, and he's really been the spark for this Chapmanville Tiger team early on, and that's why this team's so dangerous. You don't know which guy, which senior leader is going to really take the reins and lead the team. Some nights it's Obina, some nights it's Mullins, some nights it's Scholl, but you know that somebody's going to grab the reins and go, and tonight it's been Andrew Scholl so far.
And, you know, you look at the way these two teams came in here, both of them hot, with Chapmanville winning 11 in a row coming into the night. Their only loss to Logan that ended that 9-game winning streak they had before then, and then Maine coming in winning 4 of their last 5, only losing to Huntington St. Joe. So, you know, these two teams have been on the right side of the scoreboard all year long. Again, 18-5 for Man, 20-2 for Chapmanville. But how much do you think that the senior leadership and the experience in this position has helped Chapmanville get ready for this game as opposed to the Hillbillies, who are a bit younger, hadn't won a tournament game in a few years until the other night against Mingo Central? You know, you have to figure that has to play a little bit of a factor.
Yeah, I mean, the senior leadership for Chapmanville can't be argued. They've been here. They've done this. They played in Charleston. They know what it's like to win a state title, and they're hungry to go back and win another one. For Man, they are a young team. They got a couple of juniors. Basically, the whole team is sophomores outside of a couple of players, and they're all going to be back next year. And, Coach Blevins talked about having his team ready to play. They're ready to play. You can't doubt how well they're playing or how hard they're playing. They're just having a really rough night in terms of scoring, but they're not alone. There was about 20 other teams that's had rough nights scoring the basketball this season against the Chapmanville Tigers. This is just a Chapmanville team that's experienced, veteran coaching staff that's really led them to the promised land. TJ Blevins just getting established at that program. He's turned it around, 100% turned it around, and the Hillbillies have played great this season. We've had the pleasure of calling several of their ball games, but this is a new situation for them, being in a sectional semifinal, backs against the wall, the neutral court, and they're playing the number one team in the state. So they've really got a long way to go in terms of stepping into that where you got to beat the number one team in the state, which everybody does. That's a tough position to be in, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do in the second half because Coach Blevins is going to make adjustments. And these young kids, this is where they step up and try to really grab that brass ring and see what they can do in the second half against this squad that is determined to get back to Charleston.
Right now it is 36-16, Chapmanville leading Man here at the half of the sectional semifinals. Nathan and I will be back after this 2-minute break as you are listening to and watching the sectional semifinals with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
No regrets. If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
Get ready for Thornhill Ford Lincoln's President's Day sales event with huge presidential savings on our entire lineup. Get more than $4,600 off 2020 Ford Escape SE, now $26,438. All tax refunds good here. Drive 2020 like a Ford with Thornhill.
Do you need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider. And 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
Getting ready for the start of quarter number 3. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you. And if you're wondering where Chris Kidd's voice went, he left it back over the weekend. Again, I was getting over the flu over the weekend. I'm better now. I about had half the press box bell out whenever I mentioned the word flu earlier. But I went and saw the school nurse today. I am doing better. She just said, you lost a lot with your membranes and you're dried out, and that's why you're hoarse right now. But I've got enough medication to where it's much better right now, Nathan, than it was this morning. Thank you.
I wasn't leaving. If I leave, I don't get paid.
Very true. Very true.
Plus, I've had my flu shot. Get your flu shots, folks.
Yes, I should have taken that advice this year.
I tried to tell you.
And I have a sister that, advertises here on WVOW that is probably ashamed of me for not coming over to do that now.
As she should be. We'll talk about you tomorrow when I go see her.
Yeah, it's easy to talk about how stupid I am.
At the doctor's office, I want to clarify
that.
Gotcha.
I said I give enough dumb material, why not? As Chapmanville has the ball to start quarter number 3, going right to left across your computer screen and radio dial, with Man going left to right. Again, they lead at 36-16 in this do-or-die sectional semifinal as Obina dribbles to the free throw line. Tough jumper off the side of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Dalton. Circles back into the right corner. Double teamed and his pass intercepted and lost out of bounds, but last touch by Chapmanville is a good play that time by Tackett.
Tackett did a good job getting that ball away, but how about Brody Dalton? He's just been a rebounding machine tonight. He might end up having about 10 to 12 rebounds before this one's all said and done. We don't keep that stat up here.
We're just gauging.
Yeah, this is a guess.
So now here come the Hillbillies trying to cut into this lead slowly but surely. Is driving in.
Yeah.
Tough fake, but blocked by Obina. Gotten back that time and blocked again by Obina as Harless just had no way to go. Now to Obina, bed slam dunk again as he throws it down with two hands.
Not a lot you can do there, Chris. You just got to let the big guy go.
He said 2 blocks on one end and then running the floor and getting the dunk on the other, showing why Marshall University is going to be very happy to have him next year.
Absolutely.
Ball drives in. Nice fake on Obina, but can't get the way up to go. Rebounded by Scholl. Scholl, who had the hot end in the first half. Nice pass to Mullins underneath, but Mullins can't finish. Rebounded by the Hillbillies.
And that right there may have been caused by the slap of the backboard to cause that miss. But
now Blevins on the other end. He goes up. Can't get it to fall as Obina was there to deflect that shot. Now here's Scholl at the left side. He'll stop, go for 3. This one off the side of the rim. Rebounded by Mullins underneath. He'll bring it back out. Now circles back on the baseline and a charge called on Philip Mullins.
Yeah, and Jeremiah Harless stepped up and took that charge. And that was a nice play from Jeremiah Harless to get that charge. But the offensive rebounding for Chapmanville has been unreal tonight, Chris. They have really stepped up, and they're going for every ball that's coming off the glass.
6:20 to go here in the third quarter. Chapmanville with a 38-16 lead.
Chapmanville falling back into half-court defense and no longer full-court pressing.
And if you're just joining us, it was a 35-4 run Chapmanville used from the first quarter to late in the second quarter to build this lead. As driving in, nice lane that time and taking it all the way in is Harless and able to lay it up for his first bucket.
Yeah, good move from Harless to get it. He ran about what seemed like a half a mile to get to the rim, but he got there and finished.
38-18 Chapmanville. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Scholl, top of the key, drives left side, gets into the paint, throws it out front, gets away, but Mullins chases it down near midcourt.
That was good defense by man.
Now Mullins puts up a tough floater. Wow, got it to go. Thought he was fouled, but somehow that went in.
That's a shot you don't want to see your guy making horse. Man, that was a tough shot. Ball for 3.
He'll pull up from deep, in and out. Oh, tried to roll in, but came off after 3 attempts and rebounded underneath by Mullins.
And man's three-point shots have just not been falling tonight, Chris, and that's been one of the major reasons they're down.
So Bina gets the baseline, but he can't finish. Rebounded underneath by Blevins. And that was going to be one of my big keys tonight. That man, they hit 12 threes the other night in that comeback against Mingo Central. They needed at least that tonight to be able to hang in here with Chapmanville. And like you said, they just haven't had it here this evening from the outside as Adams. He'll go for 3. No good off the left rim, the side of the rim, and rebounded by Chapmanville.
They're going to call that on Tackett, I believe.
As the official signal. No. Oh, okay. They're going to get this on Isaiah Smith instead of Chapmanville.
Okay, I must have missed that one. So man will get the ball back.
So that'll be Smith's first.
And Adams has had a rough night too because Scholl is just all over him.
Yeah, Adams is yet to score tonight as ball. Wow, look at those long arms.
Hey.
Able to get that underneath Obina and still scoop it in. That was an incredible shot by Ball.
A very good shot by Ball. That's a foul, yeah. Harless.
Yeah, Scholl put on the brakes whenever he got into the paint, and Harless just couldn't slow down and ran over top of him.
Well, Harless went for the steal down on the other end, and he was trying to play catch-up, and he doesn't have those air brakes that they talk about, and he just kind of plowed into Scholl.
It's going to be number 3 on Harless now. They inbounded into the corner for Obina. He'll drive into the middle now, puts up a shot short.
Wow.
What a tip in by Philip Mullins.
Mullins is just out here doing a trick shot show. That's all he's doing tonight. That was another tough one.
Now drive in, Cozart throws it out and out of bounds over to T.J. Blevins, and he'll give it back to Chapmanville.
And that was the right play, though, Chris. He was looking for a man who had started to cut. If he hadn't cut, I think Harless would have found the right guy.
Now here comes Scholl quickly into the front court. Pull-up jumper from the left elbow, no good. Rebounded by Ball underneath.
Good rebound by Ball. He really secured that one.
So we're closing in on the halfway point of quarter number 3. Deep 3 from Blevins straight on, no good. Rebound knocked loose underneath. Obina able to get it in the corner. Now up ahead to Mullins. Mullins drives in on Blevins. Jab, steps to the paint. Layup is good, but they're going to wipe it out with the charge.
And the Chapmanville crowd doesn't like the call.
That's going to be number 3 on Philip Mullins.
That's the most angry crowd I've ever seen up 22.
So now Mullins will go to the bench. And, Chapmanville's scoring as of late has been really incredible. They've scored 70 or more points in 6 of their last 8 games, including their last 5 games, and they've scored 80 or more points 5 times this year. So this is a Chapmanville team that not just offensively has been putting on a clinic as of late, their offense has as well. So now out front is Ball, 42-20 Chapmanville. Ball pulls up for 3 in front of Obina, short. Long rebound comes out, Obina grabs it.
Well, these officials are letting them play tonight. There's been a lot of contact, a lot of bumping, but these officials, both ends, have been letting them go.
Now to Smith on the right side, out to Obina. He'll take a 3. Count up for Obina. He's got 10 points now, and the lead is up to 25.
If you had told me that that kid as a freshman would be able to do that by his senior year, I wouldn't have believed you. But he has just worked and gotten so much better.
I was going to say the amount of work he's put in is absolutely deserving of the talent that he has now.
Yeah, he can knock down those three-point shots at his size. That's a special player. Tackett with a nice move.
Well, that was a good spin, but he couldn't get the hook shot to fall on Jeffrey as the rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Chapmanville.
I'll tell you what, Chris, this man team, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but there's talent here. There's a lot of good players on this man basketball team. They're just not getting buckets tonight.
Yeah, I agree. Again, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in single A.
Oh, gosh, they are going to be a nightmare next year in single A.
And you know what? In their last year in double A, they really left their stamp on this, both in football and now in basketball, with the way that they've been able to play and compete as the smallest double-A school in the state, as Ball misses on the pull-up jumper from the right wing, rebounded by Chapmanville. Now here comes Scholl at the middle of the floor. Scholl looking for point number 20 as he pulls up, and there it is for Andrew Scholl.
Well, Andrew Scholl, 20 right now. If that tells you anything, that is just unreal how well Andrew Scholl has played tonight.
47-20, Chapmanville leads it. It's pass out front, knocked away, but into the arms of Tackett.
Tackett's got Hunter Jeffrey on him right now on man-to-man.
They're trying to take Jeffrey, and now we get a whistle and a foul on Jeffrey as Tackett went to work with 2:04 to go in the third quarter.
47-20, Chapmanville leads.
So it'll be the first foul on Hunter Jeffrey, or second rather.
Man has only scored 4 points in this quarter.
And again, they jumped out to that 4-0 lead. But after that happened,
it was all Chapmanville from then on out.
Yeah, they've really put the clamps down on defense as Ball goes in on Obina. Tough fadeaway, and nicely done by Austin Ball as he's up 8 points now.
Tell you what, Austin Ball, he has got a bright future ahead of him. I can't wait to see where he is in a couple of years and the way he plays.
Yeah, we were raving about him even last year as a freshman. As now Obina goes in on Ball, takes him into the paint, and he's able to draw the foul on Austin Ball. So Obina was quick to want to return the favor to Austin Ball after Ball scored on him.
Man, I don't know who turned the air on in here, but God bless him. Lord, it is hot in here this evening.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't get a chance to exercise today. I'll just sit in the sauna here for
the crowd in here doesn't help as Obina makes the first free throw. But it's packed.
How dare these people show up for this game?
Well, it is a packed house. Hey, I'm not complaining. This is a packed house, and a lot of great fans made the trips up Route 10 both ways to get here.
And you did. You knew it was going to be a big crowd tonight, and we're glad it has been. It's been a great environment as Obina has the second free throw roll off and a foul on Chapmanville.
It's on Jeffrey.
It's going to be number 3 on him now.
Yeah, and it's a great crowd and energetic all night. They were here. The crowds were here before me. I got here at 6, and they were already starting. Like the atmosphere had already ramped up.
That is 48-22 in favor of Chapmanville, trying to get back to the sectional championship game yet again to take on either Logan or Scott as Adams. Deep 3 left side and an out no good. Rebound tipped around, knocked back out front. Almost taken by Barry, but back into the hands of Adams. Gets it to Toller, now back to Adams. Pump fakes, gets open for a 3, no good. Rebounded by Jeffrey underneath.
Adams just really struggled tonight. He is dying to make a bucket.
Now over to Barry, drives in, nicely done, is rejected out of bounds. by Harless. It'll stay with Chapmanville.
Yeah, Harless got his hand up there and just knocked the ball away, and Cozart will check in now. Adams will have a seat, and now Obina is on the bench, and man, again, they need to go back to Austin Ball here with Obina on the bench. Let him go to work.
Scholl fakes a pass inside into the corner for Smith. His three's an air ball, but rebounded by Jeffrey. He can't finish on the putback. Rebounded, though, again by Barry. Out to Scholl. Three from the wing. Counted again for Andrew Scholl.
Well, he is feeling it tonight, Chris. Andrew Scholl has been on fire.
His third three-pointer and his 23rd point of the contest. Back over to Cozart. He'll go for three. No good from the corner. Scholl with the board with 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Scholl drives in. Pull-up jumper from the left wing. This one off the back iron, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and last touch by Chapmanville.
That was a heat check shot from Scholl as he was feeling it good. He had three hands in his face there. I don't think you're going to make that one.
I think he was trying to tell Charlie Short he got a little bit moved on that last one, I think is what he's trying to say.
You can filibuster all he wants. Nice move from Toller.
Good step back for three, no good. Rebounded by Ball. He puts it back up, and Austin Ball able to convert. He's got 10 points.
That Austin Ball is so good underneath, Chris, with that little hook shot that he can do.
Down to 4 seconds. Scholl drives in right side, gets into the paint, and he's fouled with 1.6 seconds left in the third quarter, so he'll go to the free throw line.
It looks like the Hillbillies, aside from maybe a miracle heave like we saw in Chapmanville during the Lincoln County game the other night, which didn't count, unfortunately, the Hillbillies will end this quarter only scoring 8.
So now Scholl, free throw up and good. He's 3 for 3 from the line tonight. And again, Chapmanville just so ecstatic to see him at this level right now after he dealt with some injuries in the middle of the year. He's got 25 points as a three at the horn, no good off the backboard, and that'll do it for the third quarter of play as Chapmanville leads man 53-24. Back after this 60-second break as you are listening to and watching the sectional semifinals with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Venture on during the President's Day event at Thornhill CDJR. Winter SUV deals are here with up to $6,900 off 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, $8,500 off 2019 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sahara, and 2019 Jeep Compass Sun and Fun, $23,543.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider. And 2020 makes it 45 years of offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They're the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, and Logan with its own crematory. Contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
This President's Day, shop Thornhill Ford Lincoln. Bring in your tax refund and put that new Ford in your driveway. Featuring 0% for $72 on new F-150 trucks. With up to $10,750 off new 2019 Ford F-150 XLT Crew Cab, $39,973.
Start of quarter number 4 here from Willie Akers Arena. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush with you as the Chapmanville Tigers lead the Man Hillbillies by 29 points. Man with the ball, driving in hard. Nice dump off underneath the ball, but a whistle and a blocking foul called on Chase Berry before the pass.
Yeah, that was a hard road to hoe for Berry as Jeremiah Harless was going to the backboard where he didn't care who got in his way, but Berry not set in time.
So that is team foul number 5 on Chapmanville. 3 against Man thus far as they lob it in for Ball. Ball goes to work and able to throw it in as Berry tried to contest but couldn't get there.
Now, he's not done growing either. That's the scary part for Austin Ball. He's 6'5" as a sophomore.
Now out front, Craddock gives off to Mullins, who slashes in. Now will pull the ball back out. Gives it to Scholl. Scholl had it poked away from behind, taken by Man is up the left side, driving in. Nice jump step into the paint and finish inside by Ryan Kozar, or actually Harless, excuse me.
Well, they look very similar on the court, Chris. I can understand that mistake, but this Man team ain't going away. They're not giving up.
53-28, Chapmanville. Scholl hammered.
He got fouled there.
Yeah, he got hit on that left elbow jumper and got wiped out almost, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and that was a definite foul. He got a couple bodies contacting him there, and an easy call for the officials.
Yeah, they're going to give it to Harless, and that's going to be number 4 on him.
That may have been what Harless was talking about. He didn't think that one should have been on him as Scholl makes the first.
26 points for the senior here tonight. And Andrew Scholl has just been incredible tonight. Second free throw up and good as well.
Yeah, and this will definitely be his last game here at we assume the last game here at Logan Fieldhouse. We don't know that.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Scott wins tomorrow night,
there's a possibility the game could be here.
As three from the left side, no good by Toller, rebounded underneath by Scholl. 55-28 Chapmanville. Scholl over to Mullins on the left wing. Mullins gets inside, rejected underneath by Austin Ball. Here comes Cozart back across the timeline, over to Toller. Toller, nice pass over to Blevins in the left corner. Three off the back iron, no good, and rebounded by Dalton. Now up ahead to Scholl. Scholl gets the left elbow, shovels it off inside, but a foul before the pass against the Hillbillies.
And the Chapmanville crowd stands and applauds. They were saying, where's that been all night? But I think the officials have actually done a pretty good job, Chris. They've been letting both teams, they've been letting them play. And you don't want to see these ticky-tack fouls in the sectional game. And is that 5 on Harless?
Yeah, they didn't put it up on the board, but yeah, if that was Harless, then that's 5 for him, and it appears it is.
Well, that's 5. That'll do it for Jeremiah Harless here this evening.
As they lob it into Barry. Barry thought about a step-back three, gives it to Mullins. He will take a three, and Philip Mullins able to hit.
Mullins finds the range yet again, and the Tigers are cruising now up 30 with 6:20 to go.
Yeah, Mullins with 12 points now on the night as Ball drives in, puts up a tough shot, no good off the front rim, rebounded by Scholl. Scholl shovels it up ahead to Mullins on the left side, and Mullins will lay it in.
Mullins with a nice finish, and seems like now Chapmanville is cruising, and they will have a date on Friday evening with the winner of our game tomorrow night between Logan and Scott.
Toller will drive in. Nice jumper from inside the free throw line is Christian Toller with his 4th point of the game.
Yeah, definitely a nice shot from Toller. That was a tough shot, too.
Scholl will pull up from beyond 30 and hits for his 30th point. My gosh, what a night for Andrew Scholl.
He is feeling it.
That was definitely a heat check right there.
And it was checked.
So that's 4 3-pointers on the night for him. His second 30-point game in his last 4 games as they get it inside. Pass stolen away by Mullins. Over to Scholl. Left wing. He'll pull up for 3. No good this time. Rebound knocked out long. Chased down by Chapmanville. Still loose as Craddock able to grab it. Now Scholl will bring it up. Gives it over to Barry. He'll take a 3 from the corner.
Whoa.
Almost banked it in.
Did he call bank?
Down to 5 minutes to go as Blevins quickly up the other way. Pull-up jumper from the right wing, and he'll count it. And that'll get a timeout from T.J. Blevins. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll step aside as well. Back after this as you're watching and listening to the sectional semifinals on WVOW and on Video Productions.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
4:58 remaining here in the contest with the Chapmanville Tigers leading at 63-32 over the Man Hillbillies. Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you as Chapmanville well on their way to a date with either Scott or Logan. Again, if it's against Logan, it'll be at Mingo Central on Friday night. If it's against Scott, we'll be back here at Willie Acres Arena. But first, Scott and Logan face off tomorrow night in Chapmanville. And right now, Chapmanville continues to stay barn burner hot as Philip Mullins hits another three.
Nobody told Philip Mullins and company that this game was out of reach, did they? It doesn't look like it.
66-32 right now as they just continue to pile up the stat sheets. As they get over to Blevins, he'll take a three from the right wing. No good. Rebounded by Craddock. And a foul in the backcourt, and that'll be foul number 6 here against Mann. So 16 fouls apiece as Isaiah Smith checks back in.
Well, we just want to take a minute to remind you that Nationwide Insurance Agent Greg Dalton is a proud supporter of Man Hillbilly and Chapmanville Tiger Athletics and the community of Logan County. For auto, home, life, and business insurance, call the Greg Dalton Agency at 304-752-8300. Greg Dalton Insurance, with offices on Main Street in Logan and Main Street in Chapmanville. For all your sides, there is Nationwide. This is WVOW Logan.
Dalton gets it on the left baseline. His jumper, no good. Rebounded by Craddock. Gives it back to Dalton. He'll drive baseline, kicks it out to Smith. Smith dribbles back to the top of the key, gives it to Craddock. Now to Preston Smith on the right wing. Down low as he and Barry play catch. Now to Dalton at the free throw line. Tough drive. Can't hit the banker as it falls off. And now we're going to go whistling a tie up here as the possession error will stay with Chapmanville with 3:55 to go.
Well, Chris, if you're a Man Hillbilly fan, you've got a lot to be proud of this season, and you've got a lot to look forward to in the future because this young Hillbilly team is one tough team.
It's Preston Smith, three, no good. Rebounded by the Hillbillies. And yeah, I mean, they're going to be moving in. Well, all three teams are moving into new sections and regions next year as Toller three from the top of the key and Christian Toller able to connect.
And again, Man loses nobody this year. They bring everybody back next year.
66-35. Chapmanville leads it. 3.5 minutes to go. That's Craddock at the top of the key. Spins away. Tried to feed it over to Brody Dalton, but tipped away and then off of Dalton's hand and out of bounds.
Yeah, and with the new classifications, they haven't been finalized yet, but the way the sections and regions are playing out, it's going to be really, really interesting to see what happens next season. I'm already looking forward to it, but we still got a long way to go this year as well.
Pass inside off the hands of Anderson and stolen away by Dalton. Dalton brings it up left side, goes in. He's walloped as Blevins commits the foul, and that'll send Brody Dalton to the free throw line.
Of course, Chapmanville, they'll continue on. Again, they've got the big game on Friday, sectional championship, but they have secured at least 2 opportunities to get to the state championship.
Yeah, again, once you get to the sectional finals, you're guaranteed a regional final game.
Yeah.
Just a matter of if it'll be at home or whether it'll be away as Dalton misses on the first attempt.
You have to assume whomever loses on Friday, you have to assume, whether it be Chapmanville, Scott, or Logan, somebody is going to Poca. You would assume. You don't know that, but you assume.
Yeah, that's kind of the way we're thinking, but like you said, we just never completely know with the way that high school season's gone this year.
Absolutely.
As Dalton hits the second, 67-35.
I mean, the Van Bulldogs beat Huntington St. Joe the other night, so, I mean, anything could happen.
As Kozart gets a nice pass inside and able to finish on the left block for his first bucket, 67-37 Chapmanville. Kicks it out front. Jumper for Barry off the front rim, no good. Rebound knocked loose. Still loose underneath. A trio of Tigers around it, but none could secure it. And now we get a jump ball, and that'll go over to Man.
And again, the Hillbillies, nothing to be ashamed of. Season best for wins. Got to a sectional semifinal in the toughest section in the state. And if you don't agree with me, well, that's your prerogative.
Totally. Goes for 3 from the top of the key, no good. We get a whistle. Looks like a foul here on Barry, so that'll send Man to the free throw line with 2:28 to go. But, yeah, you know, you go back to the last time that these teams played. Again, they were going in exact opposite directions again.
Yeah.
That was Obina and Achille Killen's freshman year along with Philip Mullins and company. And that was the year that Man went winless. And Chapmanville beat them 105-32 and 94-35 in those games. So Chapmanville has won the last 16 games against Man. This will be 17 in a row. The last time Man beat them was in the 2010 Bob Runyon Memorial Holiday Tournament, 63-59. I was incidentally doing that game on WVOW. But, you know, goes to show where Man and Chapmanville have both come from in just that 4-year stretch.
Yeah.
As Anderson unable to hit on the 1-and-1. Pull-up jumper by Berry, no good from the corner. And rebound comes down to the Hillbillies. Now stolen up ahead by Preston Smith. Smith dribbles into the middle. Tries to dump it off, but instead takes himself. Can't get the banker to go, and rebound taken away by Blevins. Blevins up the right side. Had it knocked away from behind by Preston Smith, but it'll go out of bounds off of Chapmanville.
And you talk about, man, in those years, they were at the absolute worst place you can be, Chris, and that is a no-win season, which is very, very difficult. And then you bounce back, you win 1 game. Okay, well, that's a hurdle. Then they win 9 games. That's a hurdle. Then they get a winning season and the best season in school history. So they've overcome a lot of obstacles to get this far, and they've still got a ways to go.
And again, it's just man's second winning season since 2013. Their other was 2015. But, yeah, like you said, under T.J. Blevins, they went from 0 wins to 7 wins to 10 wins and now to 18 this year. And, whoa, Blevins pulled up from the parking lot. And what was funny after that, he left it up there, and Preston Smith, and he started laughing, and he patted Preston Smith on the back of the head. So you can tell those two have played enough ball against each other as Craddock gets it on the right side. Or actually, excuse me, not Colton Craddock. That was Trey Butcher instead, who's just checked into the game, and Trey Butcher gets the layup to go.
And Butch Mounts weighs in. He said, yes, this is the deepest section in the state. So that man knows.
He said, I would know.
Well, he said it's a deeper section, he thinks. So if anybody knows, I'm taking Butch's word.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that's a pretty easy call. As driving in left side, we get a collision and going to be a foul, it looks like on Chapmanville on a block. So that'll send man to the line as Cozart will shoot a 2-shot foul with 1:09 to go.
And I'll always agree with Butch when he agrees with me. So
there you go. That or whenever he signed the check for the night.
Well, then he's my best friend. Man gets it down now, under 30, 69-41, 1 minute and 9 seconds to go.
Cozart hits the first.
But you don't see the typical Hillbillies, like, how you see the end of a season, a lot of kids hanging their heads down, towels over the head. You don't see that from this Hillbillies team. They look more motivated to come back.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's going to be with them as Craddock drives in, can't finish on the layup, rebound knocked out long, taken by man. Up ahead, pass, gets underneath the Toller with 50 seconds to go. Toller lobs it back up top. Ball almost got away. Now driving in is Toller, pass knocked away by Preston Smith and comes up with a steal with 40 seconds left. Now to Craddock, he has it poked away and out of bounds, so it'll stay with Chapmanville with 36.5. And also, incidentally, belated birthday. We weren't on the air yesterday whenever it was Butch's birthday, but happy birthday to Butch Mounts.
Happy birthday, Butch Mounts. 35 never looked so good.
I was going to say, just unbelievable.
35 never looked so good. And if you want to put a bonus in my envelope, that's all right, too.
As Chapmanville empties out the rest of their bench here, try and get everyone into the game. As the final seconds will come off here, as Isaiah Fleming will inbound to Braden Vance. Now back out front. He's trying to find some help. They get it up top.
Volleyball.
Now it's going to get up the floor, taken away by the Hillbillies. Layup on the left side, no good. It's taken that time by Jordan Adams. Now up the left side comes Chapmanville with 20 seconds to go. As they'll swing it over to Fleming. Chapmanville now trying to run out the clock here as they lead it by 27, down to 7 seconds. And now both teams start to get up off the bench as Chapmanville will defeat the number 10 ranked Man Hillbillies here tonight and end their season as Chapmanville takes one step closer to another trip to Charleston, and now will set up a third meeting with either the Scott Skyhawks or the Logan Wildcats on Friday night. So we'll step aside for a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll recap tonight's action here from Willie Acres Arena as you are listening to and watching the sectional semifinals with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Farmer Climate Campbell, we pride ourselves on providing classic service.
You get a firm that's concerned about you, your family, as well as the legal process.
We combine the newest technology and digital tools.
With our 35 years of experience,
to help you get more than the insurance company wants to offer.
Traditional service.
Contemporary techniques.
It'll never go out of style.
Call 346-5990.
Steve, is that your car?
No, it's a rental.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Patrick Ellis and his staff at Southern West Virginia Physical Therapy has been providing patients with quality physical therapy since 2003. At Southern West Virginia Physical Therapy, they are committed to providing their patients with exceptional care in a compassionate and friendly environment. You're not just a number. You're part of their family. Southern West Virginia Physical Therapy. Your health. Your choice. Our priority.
(69-42), Chapmanville defeats the Man Hillbillies here tonight from Will Akers Arena. Chris Kibb with you, alongside me, Nathan Bush. And again, Nathan, tonight it was going to be a tall order for the Man Hillbillies coming in against the Chapmanville Tigers. Again, two-time defending state champions, number one ranked team, 20-2 all year. Only lost to one West Virginia team in the last 4 years. Again, it's a very difficult task to come into. But Chapmanville, again, showing why they are the top team in the state as they come in and handle business against a very good Man ball club. Again, though, tonight, Man only hitting one three-pointer on the night.
Yeah.
In large aspect to how far Chapmanville was extending them out. But, you know, it's a good measuring stick for the Hillbillies, and at the same time, a very good win for the Chapmanville Tigers against a very good Man Hillbilly ball club.
And a lot of people are going to look at the scoreboard and say, you know, Chapmanville was just that much better than Man. I don't agree with that. I think the Chapmanville Tigers have more experience, and tonight their defense won this game for them as far as I'm concerned, because offensively, other than Andrew Scholl, nobody really had a crazy night. This was Andrew Scholl's offensive show tonight, and the Chapmanville defense, to me, was the highlight factor, because when you can take a team that can score like Man can, and Man can score. If you've never watched them play, they can put up points in a hurry, and you can hold them to 42 points, and not only that, but turn them over and then hold them for that long stretch in that first and second quarter like Chapmanville did. That's impressive.
And, you know, just to put a recap on Man's season, and then we'll talk about Chapmanville's matchup on Friday night. But, you know, for TJ Blevins and this Hillbilly club, like we said, to go from 0 wins to 7 to 11, now to 18. Now you go back down to single A, and single A's obviously got a lot of great competition in single A as well. I think single A is even or just as deep as double A in a lot of ways. It's Joe Linville. We'll see him on
You'll see him tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, he'll be with us for Logan and Scott. So he was good enough to come up and watch the game with us tonight.
They have kicked me out of the booth, ladies and gentlemen, so send your hate. Now, I'm kidding. I'll probably still come down and check out the game anyway, and I'll pull you from the other night.
I was going to say, we've all been supportive of each other during this endeavor. I came and hung out with you guys on Saturday. Joe comes up and hangs out with us tonight. You'll be hanging out with us tomorrow.
Might as well.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I was sick after that. Don't worry, Joe. Yeah, Joe Mount's up here now worried about how sick were you on Saturday.
Yeah, we're all making sure we don't get this bug that kids got.
Chris Kidd's trying to give to everybody.
But nevertheless, a great win for the Tigers here this evening, and I don't think you can discount how good this Chapmanville team is, especially when they play like they did tonight.
Yeah, so I tell you what, let's Let's take our final break, and then whenever we come back, we'll do our players of the game. We'll do a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have our players of the game as well as our scoring rundown, and then talk about Chapmanville's matchup with either Logan or Scott on Friday night. As you are listening to and watching Chapmanville Tiger basketball action with us right here on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.
Candidate who fought the bad guys
and helped the good guys.
Bill Wooten is the only retired colonel.
Only Bill Wooten is supported by labor and business,
Democrats and Republicans. The best hugger and the best granddad.
Only one more thing to say. If you honor me with your vote, I'll serve you with honor.
That's a wrap.
Do you need to see a doctor fast? At Logan Regional Medical Center Primary Care Walk-In Clinic, we know your time is valuable. Our new facility is designed to provide patients with the opportunity to walk in and quickly be seen by the doctor without having to make an appointment. We are open Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at 384 Airport Road in Chapmanville. For more information, please call 304-239-8090.
Kinzel Law Office is a local firm located at 36 Adams Street in Chapmanville. Rob Kinzel has been practicing law in Logan County for over 15 years and is dedicated to providing quality legal representation for personal injury, criminal defense, and family law for individuals and families throughout southern West Virginia. Call Kinzel Law Office today to set up your free consultation. Rob Kinzel, quality legal services close to home.
Chris Kidd and Nathan Bush here with you as we are getting set for our final segment here from Willie Akers Arena tonight as Chapmanville wins it over the Man Hillbillies 69-62. And it's time now for our temp control hot hand of the game. And Nathan, we got one from Man, one from Chapmanville. Again, you got Austin Ball with 12 points and Andrew Scholl with 30, so you take it away.
Yeah, it's time for the temp control hot hand of the game, even though Chris just told you who they are, so the excitement is completely gone.
Sorry.
But it's brought to you by Temp Control of Chapmanville. And tonight's hot hands go to Austin Ball from Man and Andrew Scholl from Chapmanville, as both had a stellar performance tonight. Andrew Scholl with a great night. Austin Ball played well in his last game of the season. And this winter, if you want your home to be as comfortable as possible, call Stuart Trickler and Roland Mullins at Temp Control Chapmanville, 304-855-5200. And it's time on Video Productions for our Farmer Klein and Campbell Player of the Game. And that will be Andrew Scholl as well. Farmer Klein and Campbell, they are the way to go. Call 346-5990. Our Farmer Klein and Campbell Player of the Game. And after this game, tonight, Chris, we will be joining as we will be leaving here shortly. But stick around on WVOW. We will be joining in progress West Virginia at Iowa State as the Mountaineers. Please turn it around is all I'm asking.
Please win on the road
sometime.
sometime.
Please win at home. Please win. But the Mountaineers are taking on the Iowa State Cyclones. We will be joining in progress the pregame from James H. Hilton Coliseum in Iowa. So tune in for that as the Mountaineers can turn this season around and go on a big run and go to the NCAA tournament. We're rooting for you.
Well, let's take a look at our final scoring rundown here real quick, starting with the Man Hillbillies. Being led by the Hillbillies was Austin Ball and Caleb Blevins with 12 points each. Christian Toller with 7 points. Ryan Cozart with 4 points, Jeremiah Harless with 4 points, and Hunter Anderson with 3 points to round out the scoring. On the other end for Chapmanville, leading all scorers was Andrew Scholl with 30 points, Philip Mullins with 17 points, Obina and Achille Killam with 11 points, Isaiah Smith with 4 points, Brody Dalton with 3 points, Hunter Jeffrey with 2 points, and Trey Butcher with 2 points to round out the scoring for the Tigers. Well, now, Nathan, Friday night, Chapmanville will get back into action in the sectional finals. Going to be looking for another sectional championship. They've taken it from Logan each of the last 3 years, and now looking to try and do so again. But Logan has a tough game with Scott tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Chapmanville split with Logan in the regular season. They darn near split with Scott. Again, beat them by 1 at Scott, then blew them out by 25 at Chapmanville. But Scott and Logan, Logan
close games.
Yeah, Logan beat them without David Early at Scott to start the year, but that was all the way back in early December. Now, just a couple weeks ago, they were tied at the end of the third quarter here at Willie Acres Arena before Logan won 60-51. That's going to be a really fascinating matchup tomorrow night.
And we talk about Logan and Scott. John Hamilton looked great the other night against Lincoln County. We didn't see much of Jagger Bell, though, and apparently his ankle may have been injured. He looked like he was walking gingerly, and I was trying to point that out, and Joe Linville agreed with me that he may have had an ankle injury. I don't know what we're going to see of Jagger Bell tomorrow, but I'll tell you this. Scott, to beat Logan, they need Jagger Bell, in my opinion. I think they need him. He's a great player, and they will need him to beat the Wildcats tomorrow night. So that one should be fun. Looking forward to it. You and Joe will be on the call. Pregame 7:20. Tip-off at 7:30, and if you're not watching it at home on Video Productions or you want to listen, it'll be on WVOW as well, and I might even try to scoot down there and pull a Chris Kidd and go get myself a chair and pull it up and enjoy the ball game.
James Barker said, "You look like Spike Lee down here right now." I said, "I don't intend on getting into any fights, though."
I have to say, did you try to choke Reggie Miller?
No, I was too lazy to get up that night.
I feel you. That's going to be me tomorrow.
Yeah, it should be a great game tomorrow night from Chapmanville Regional High School. So, again, join us, as Nathan said, at 7:20 with the pregame show, 7:30 with the tip-off between the Logan Wildcats and the Scott Skyhawks in our second do-or-die sectional semifinal game to see who gets to take on the Chapmanville Tigers on Friday in the sectional championship. Well, again, it's been a fun night here from Willie Acres Arena, but it's the Chapmanville Tigers who prevail as they defeat the Man Hillbillies 69-42. Congratulations to Chapmanville. Congratulations to Man on a great season as well. Good luck next year to the Hillbillies, and good luck to all teams remaining heading in to the rest of this week. So for Joe Mounts, our engineer on Video Productions, Aaron Stone, our cameraman, with Terry Bucklew, our engineer back in the WVOW studios, Nathan Bush, our color man, I'm Chris Kidd saying so long tonight from the island here in Logan, West Virginia, as you've been listening to and watching the sectional semifinals with us right here live on WVOW, West Virginia's premier sports radio station, and live on Video Productions.